Hey everyone, the CrossFit Open is over. Are you already focusing on the 2023 Open? Here are 3 easy things to help improve your athletic performance. Hey everyone, I'm Margaux and welcome to my channel where we talk about fitness and business. I've been thinking about my training over the years and what it was like getting to the CrossFit Games. I was motivated to push and challenge myself, and I think back to what my life was like trying to get better. I would drive from gym to gym, learn how to powerlift at one gym, learn how to Olympic lift at another gym, and I felt like I was spinning my wheel but not knowing any better and just trying to challenge myself and push myself. For me, it was like, well, I need to do what I need to do. So I was very sporadic. I felt like a pinball, like a lacrosse ball, kind of going in different directions. But for me, it's like, well, I need to do whatever I need to do to get there. And that meant going to different gyms, learning from different people. And over the years, over that first few months, I learned a lot and found that if I could bring everything together and put it in a place where I'm not spending an hour driving there and back, and I can focus on economizing my training or economizing my time, is something that's really important to me. That first tip I have is economy of training, or economize your training. If you look at your life and how much time do we have, we cannot get time back. It is a finite item in our life. So if I'm looking at economy of training, what am I doing in the gym to train one body part, and how can I utilize that to train a different body part that will have a similar pattern? For example, I think of my front squat, my back squat, my overhead squat. I would want to be in the similar squat position or exact same squat position that makes economy of training the exact same. Same thing to a power clean or a box jump. Where's my setup position? How am I box jumping? How am I starting the movement? And how does that transfer over to a power clean? If I'm training different positions, if I front squat a different way than how I clean, and my positions are different, then that's gonna make it not worth my time. For me, it transfers over to golf swing, for example. If my back squat and front squat are in this position and I'm going to golf, I want that to be the exact same position that I swing, because I'm now stronger in this position from all the load and all the lifting that I did, squatting, twisting, rotating. That will transfer over. So if I have only so much time in the gym, I can make sure that I'm training multiple different body parts versus training one body part and then another. Now, if I look at economy of training or economy of time with business, I'm looking at, all right, if I need to go drop off wine in one location on the west side, but then I have to go drop off wine on the east side, but then I have to come back to the west side, I just wasted time where I could have done 2 cases of wine here, a case over there. So reflecting back and looking at your training, looking at your business, and see how can I improve this. The second tip that I have is be selective of the advice that you're taking. Early on in my career, when I would film my lifts and post them on social media, I would have a flood of comments and coaches that would come out and say, hey, you should do this. You should put your feet wider. You should pull your arms in closer. I had to be very selective of that information. I had a great coach early on that understood my levers. I have longer legs. I have longer arms. So what I was doing in my training was not going to be what someone else told me how to do. I had to learn what was best for me. And luckily, thankfully, my coach understood that and was able to analyze that and use that for the benefit for myself. So my setup position is snatch. I might go feet underneath my shoulders or go feet wider, because as I get set up, I have longer levers that I need to clear out of that bar versus someone with shorter levers or shorter legs where they could actually bring their feet underneath their hips and have a closer setup position. So you have to be selective of to what advice you're taking, what you hear, and filter it and know and find out what is best for you. If I look at business in this matter, everyone might say, hey, you should do it like this. This is the plan of action you should take. That might be great, but I don't know behind the scenes. Did they have a business mentor? Did they have financial support? Did they have someone guiding them and saying, hey, this is what worked for me. It's gonna work for you because you're in the exact same industry. Early on when I launched my business, my wine company, I looked up to Dave Finney in terms of how he did things. I was thinking, all right, this is similar to what I wanna do. But he had a small case production. I was able to launch it to a huge number of cases. So I look at that, I'm like, well, did he have financial backers? Did he have some sort of influencer or connection that allowed him to get into multiple different states and have huge distribution right off the bat? I don't know that. So I can't hold myself and put myself down saying I'm not reaching that goal like him. It was a different time. There's a lot more struggles that I have to face, increase in shipping and cost and freight. And there's a lot of things that may push me down, but I have to say, hey, what is best for me? Remember, we spend a lot of time looking at other people on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and what we see, that might be just a small sliver of their life. It might not be perfect, so don't base your happiness or your success based off of them. Know that that's a small component, and we might not know the full story. What we see is this, but in actuality is this. So remember, focus on what you need to do for yourself. The third tip is consistency and patience. If we look at life, say this is life, right? Things are kind of chaotic, spread out. I have all my clothes out, shoes out, gym bag out. It might seem overwhelming, but over time, with consistency and patience, it will all be cleaned up, it will all be put back in its spot, and you'll look back and be like, oh, it was all worth it. So you think of consistency, right? I think of not too high, not too low. It's easy for me to say, be consistent, be patient, enjoy the journey. But it's hard, it is very hard. I'm having my own struggles with freight, with inflation, with rising costs, and trying to meet my overall goal. So it's not gonna be a cakewalk, it's gonna be challenging, but the consistency of day in and day out, going to the gym, doing your work, doing your program, constantly calling people, networking, there will be challenges, and some days you won't feel up to the challenge, but it's the consistency over time that will pay off. Being patient is important. We spend so much more time in that journey. I think of when I wanted to get to the games, I spent so much time in the journey, in the gym, going to do my workouts, going to do my training when I finally got the podium and made it to the games. So remember that it's gonna be hard, there's gonna be ups and downs, but try to stay balanced, take it one day at a time, and reflect back, review what's working, what's not working, and allow yourself to say, hey, you will get there, but it's step by step. Just look at my process and my story. I spent 5 minutes on the podium when I won 2018 regionals in Utah. 5 minutes, and after that, it was gone. I spent all the time and all the hard work leading up to there. If I didn't enjoy the process, and I didn't go through the struggles, and didn't celebrate the successes, and I didn't enjoy what I was thoroughly doing, I'd get there and I wouldn't be happy. It'd be like, all right, cool, I'm on the podium, then what? If you don't find happiness, if you don't enjoy that process or entrust the journey, then once you reach that goal, whether it's the podium, that job, the career, whatever it might be, you're not gonna be happy. So fall in love with the process, embrace the struggles, celebrate the successes, because at the end of the day, falling in love with the process will allow you to really appreciate the hard work that you're putting in. That no matter when you get to that goal, that you enjoyed it, because you spent months, years, trying to achieve that. I look at my time working towards my goals, getting to the gym, getting to the games, and having so much happiness. And it wasn't just that I made it, but it's like I put all that love and career and the experience, or love that time and the experience of getting there. I look at my business, the struggles I'm having now with inflation, freight costs, increased shipping, constantly adding more and more, and it's gonna push me down and it's gonna frustrate me, but I say, hey, this too shall pass, I will get there. This is a struggle, but I will get there, and I take it one day at a time. If you take it one day at a time, celebrate at the end of the day, and be patient and have consistency day in, day out, you will get there and you will enjoy the process, and it'll be that much more fruitful. These are the 3 things that you can start implementing today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the notifications bell and subscribe for more videos. I'll be sharing more content to help you guys, whether it be in competition, business, or fitness. So make sure you stay tuned.